That's right. We've got great email questions today. This is from Jerry, who says, my wife and I are in our 60s. We've raised 3 kids who now have families of their own, and we've retired from our careers. Sometimes we feel like we've done our part in this life and wonder where to go from here. Does God still have a plan for us as we continue getting older? Does God expect us to retire? 60s, Jerry, you're a spring chicken.
Jerry, I tell you, baby, I've got 20 years on you, and I'm still...
He is not retired, Jerry.
They're still pushing me on. They say, you can't quit. I said, I want to settle down. No, you can't do it. Listen, live the life that God's given you. Don't be anxious, but you can't imagine what's there. And to sit around, you'll live for another 25 years. Mm-hmm. And so what are you going to do? Sit on a porch and rock for 25 years? You're going to play golf for 25 years? You're going to play bridge for 25 years? How dull can it get? There's so many opportunities that you can help people. You can be a big brother, a big sister. You can go out where the need is. There's so much need. And I haven't had anybody spit in my face when I've been out taking relief supplies. They're so grateful. Mm-hmm. And in this country and overseas, they're looking. I mean, there's just so much to be done. Yeah. And it'll make you feel so much better. You'll live longer and be healthier.
Well, and in retirement, you have the gift of time to be able to give, which others can't always do.
But that whole business about sitting in a rocking chair, I mean, it's just incredibly boring.
Yeah. And deadly, I think, actually.
Deadly. It kills you. Deadly as in honest deadly.
Yes, honestly.
All right.
This is Nicole, who says, I was talking to a spirit through my friend. The spirit's name is Chelsea. She died 7 or 8 years ago when she was 10 years old. How can I help her to be at peace, and can there be good and bad ghosts?
There are no ghosts. There are no ghosts. There's such, the Bible refers to as familiar spirits. They're spirits that look like members of the family. That little child, so-called, is a demon. You're not dealing with some kid and give her at peace. Don't get into that. I mean, it'll hook you and take you down. Don't get involved. The occult, don't be involved with spirits that peep and mutter. Whew. It isn't of God. Mm-hmm. All right?
This is Vicky, who says, I'm a Christian and I'm very opposed to couples living together outside of marriage. How should I respond to family members and friends who are living with their partners outside of marriage? Sometimes it's hard not to judge them when they know what's right but don't change. Should I still socialize with them even though it's wrong and I don't approve?
If they're Christians, you're not supposed to. You're not even supposed to eat with them if they're engaged in adultery or fornication and so forth. The other people, they need to know. A lot of people don't even know. In today's culture, who knows? There's such permissiveness. And you need to be there and say, look, here's what the Bible says. And wouldn't you guys like to get married, you know? But, I mean, there may be many reasons. You know, the tax code sort of mitigates against marriage. There are other things that mitigate against marriage. And so you need to talk to them. Say, look, well, what's the deal? Why don't you guys get married, you know, and see what they say.
It's a hard position to be in, you know, especially if they're immediate family members.
Well, I mean, especially if they're 40, 50, 60 years old, however. I mean, you know, it's why go through this marriage thing? They need to understand that there's some benefit to it.
Yeah. Okay, this is from Connie, who says, my mother-in-law is a liar, a gossip, and a pain to my life. Wow.
She really loves her. Yeah. A liar and a gossip and a pain in the neck.
She says, I've made a point of getting along with her for 35 years for my husband's and children's sake, but I'm tired of it. She deliberately does things to hurt me and thinks she can get away with it because I'm a Christian. At what point do I just say no more and not allow her in my life?
Today is the day. And you say, listen, I've put up with this for 35 years. You have abused me, and I don't have to take it any longer. You have lied, you have cheated, and I'm not going to stand for it. And for your sake, I'm praying for you that you might come to the Lord and that you may get your life right, because you obviously are not right with God. But I'm not going to stand for it any longer. I'm not going to have you. I don't want you around my house. I don't want you around my children.
You just need to say it in a truthful but loving way, so that
Speaking the
bitterness
truth
isn't
in love,
behind
but
it.
you've got to say it in a situation like that. I can't imagine it. What a horrible thing.
Yeah, I think it would be horrible, and hats off to you for enduring it for 35 years.
Yeah, but you just have to, I mean, speak the truth in love. Say, I can't take this any longer. I am 50, 60, however old you are, and I'm not going to put up with this. You know, you have lied, you have cheated, you have done all these things, and I'm not going to stand for it.